Hi, Moses Kemibaro here from the Pure Digital Passion podcast, and we've had an incredible opportunity to launch the Gig Economy Report done by Ipsos and commissioned by Bolt Kenya. An interesting thing happened this morning. I got into a Bolt vehicle and I was able to hail it and actually come for my event. But what's interesting about that is as I was coming, I had a conversation with the driver who was bringing me to this event. And he told me that he's a university student who actually uses his mornings when he doesn't have classes to earn an extra income to move forward. But for me, what is really compelling and interesting from this particular event is really just understanding the sheer size of this space, where this young man who brought me today for this particular event is participating in an economy that is about 100 billion Kenyan shillings, or almost $1 billion, specifically for those who are working with this space. As a ride-hailing participant, that particular segment is only second to e-commerce when it comes to this market. And already the numbers are telling us that by 2028, we're going to see a doubling from 150,000 to 300,000 participants. So join us as we unpack the Gig Economy 2026 report from Bolt Kenya that breaks down the size, opportunities, and potential of this particular space in Kenya.
The report has very interesting findings. I think in terms of the continental, across the continent, and we have the three countries which were highlighted today in Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa. And interestingly enough, it's data part about it. 53% in Kenya of the participants in the sector say this is their primary source of income. Nigeria is 25%, South Africa is 30%.
So what does that mean? It means that somebody wakes up, goes to work as the normal worker, but works on ride-hailing purely. There are some people now who are going to be graduating, purposely saying, my next move is to get a vehicle anywhere, any means, so that now I can start generating income.
Whereas the gig economy started as a place of optionality, it's now a permanent feature. Like literally, most of the people I know of have a side gig in one way or another, whether it's a weekend thing or whether it's something they do, they have a small team that does on and off. Everyone has that, and that's part of the gig economy.
I think for me, it's one and importantly is the revenue contribution. If you look at the size of markets, where we're talking about $1 billion, that is a huge size of market. We've done many studies where we've looked at players within manufacturing, players within FMCG, players within whatever space you're looking at. Not many of these industries get to $1 billion. Secondly, is the total number of persons or participants within the gig economy, unique persons, where we're looking at around 1.5 million people, which by itself is a significant proportion of the labor force.
We are going to get a lot of people involved. Every year, at least we have some fresh number of students now just graduating from college. And ride-hailing and gig economy becomes like the backbone for them, right? Some of the students, for example, start quite early, as the one just mentioned that is still a student, but he was able to drive here today, right?
Yeah. One of the drivers that we took was running towards regulation. We believe that the sector will require that participation, public-private partnership to ensure that all the benefits that the sector creates can be realized. And you can only do that when you're working in a very defined framework, right? With a framework where a policy space which ensures that all the benefits are realized, the negative externalities are minimized.
And I feel that many times when we talk about policy, especially where we interface with government, you may have people who don't understand the fundamentals of what it takes to build the platforms that actually support these economies. It would be great for them to take time to understand the intricacies of the detail that goes to building platforms at scale that mediate trust. Because I'm getting a service from someone I don't know, and this platform or these platforms are supposed to mediate trust on my behalf in many ways. So it would be great for them to actually think of the long-term implications of policy interventions.
We are the leading in terms of the innovation for how we can now power the female on our platform. We were the first one to really launch the female category, which covers now female drivers, female passengers. So that one has attracted now female drivers to start coming up front and say, okay, man, I just need to be on board, and I want this particular female category because for me, during certain hours of the day, I don't want maybe male passengers, for example, because of their various reasons. So that one has made us move from 0% to around 4% in 4 years. So we anticipate that by 2028, anywhere between 8 to 10% of our overall drivers will be at least female. On top of that, we are really empowering the drivers to be online. So as I mentioned earlier, we have this vehicle financing program that we do. So today we have powered over 4,000 drivers in Nairobi to start owning the vehicle and start being on board and the ride hailing as an industry.